Well, we'll see. So, yeah. Today I'm streaming a bit of Yahaha game development. Something I haven't done in quite a while. I think last time was in February, actually. Since then I've been I've been active on the platform, but I've not really been in game development that much. And yeah, we are going to create a very relatively simple game. It's really better for simpler games. And today the idea of the game is a survival type game. It's a little bit referring to the old Warcraft 3 Dota or similar fun maps that existed at that time. And yeah, this is what we are going to work on today. The base idea will be a very simple survival game. So what we're going to do first is we're going to set this actually to survive. About a 5-minute match. And yeah, I'll go over everything in a bit. So we're gonna make a short list what we're gonna do, and I'll have that up in the corner of the screen as well. So first we're gonna start with a basic concept. Well, world building, not in the sense of creating lore and creating story, but in the sense of placing assets and terrain shaping, mechanics. This will be mostly done in node graph. Some node graphs I know which one I want to use, well, because I have used them before. I have made them before. I haven't used them. I've never actually published the space that I had the node graph for, because it didn't work that way I wanted. Yeah, but node graphs will be a thing for the mechanics. And then we are going to look into details like that everything is visually appealing and that everything works in the basics. Okay, so we're starting with the concept. Let me just quickly where is it? Let me just quickly place this. So that you can actually see what we're working on. Okay, here we are. And yeah, first thing is the basic gameplay. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the the gameplay component in the Explorer tab. So when you open Yahaha, this is basically the standard view you have, more or less. And in the left side Explorer tab, you have the gameplay, where you can create the game type. Survive means the last surviving player wins and the game ends. Adventure is unlimited, time limit: when the time is up, your game ends. Item collection, player who has collected items up to the... So, item collection is person who has the most items. Enemy kill is obviously who kills the most enemy, who is PvP. Basically, PvP deathmatch. Monster kill is you need to have been fighting a number of monsters to win. Racing is basically first at the set destination wins. Yeah. And we're going over everything in a bit. So this will most likely not be survive, but it will be set up that basically all players will... So all players might die at a certain point. Not really sure if I can set this up otherwise. When the time is up, your game ends. The question is, we can check that out. What happens if we have multiple players? Does everyone win? Does just one person win, or do we all lose? So for now, we're setting this to survive. With a 5-minute timer, this is absolutely fine. Control mode means basically, do you prefer to have a cursor and you have to click with the mouse to change it to the to turn your character, or flexibility preferred if you are more moving and doing stuff and you don't need the cursor as much, which is what we're going for. Respawn will be 5 seconds. Mode random is fine because we're only gonna have one spawn point. Inventory is enabled so far. Yeah, maximum of 20 items, etc. And yeah, background music we will do at the end. Group we will not need AI player. I don't want those. Yeah, and we have chat. Everything else. Yeah, I'm usually gonna set the movement speed to 4 and 8 meters per second because the original movement is way too slow for my personal tastes. So this is why I'm setting this to a much higher setting from the start. Jump is fine. Attack will be enabled, and we will play around with the live attack and defense modifiers later on. I actually haven't checked out if those are available in the node graph, and we will see if, and if so, that's nice. We'll go over items, we'll go over, not over synthesis. Ranking is not important. Quests and dialogue is probably not really important. Dialogues, there will be some dialogue just to explain what the player is doing. But firstly, we're gonna build the main game. And yeah, I'm gonna grab our player start point. This is a relatively big area. This is fine because we will only need a part of this. Mainly the center. Yeah. So the base concept is very simply this. There's a tree in the middle. Monsters spawn and attack. Move to the tree. The monsters spawn. They move to the tree. When the monsters reach the tree, they will despawn. And the tree takes damage. Yep, that's it. When the tree reaches 0 life, players lose. So how do I do this? Since I can't check the win and lose conditions in the node graph as far as I know, maybe this changed in the last update. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll just I just have the tree kill all the players when it dies. So this is my go-to plan currently. Okay, so obviously we're gonna have to start with something, and we are going to need a tree. Models, nature. Yeah, a lot of stuff changed in the so this is the new this is the new asset thingy, and I have no idea how this works, so we're just gonna check out the asset store. Tree red. I think there was a nice red leafed tree. This one, the red tree. This is made by Cinti Studios. Let's see what else under tree they have. We're looking for something really impressive, really cool, really big, as a tree that is worth protecting. No, not the Christmas tree. Yeah, so this is part of the main thing. We're gonna look around in the assets quite a lot. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take this one then. Okay, let's see how big this is when we stand next to it. Yeah, and now you can already see whenever I move my mouse that I'm looking around. If I press Alt, my my mouse is free, my cursor is free, and this is flexibility preferred. If you have cursor preferred, then basically your cursor is showing always unless you hit Alt. So this is basically inversed. Okay, the tree is a little bit too small. We're gonna make it bigger. Whoop. Mucho better. Okay, let's see. I think the tree is the tree collision is mesh-wise. Yeah, this is a mesh-wise collision, so I basically can walk up to the mesh, which means I can give this tree a trigger box, and this works just fine. We're gonna rename this to center tree. Actually, what is this? Auto equip. There. My guess is these have nodes already components on them, and components I will show components as well. Yeah, for now we're gonna work with the very basics. We have a tree. We want smaller trees all around. Actually, we're gonna shape the area quite a bit before that. So going into the terrain. We're going into the terrain tooling, and we're gonna terrain tools, and we're gonna okay. No, we don't want to delete the terrain. We want to paint this. I'm gonna paint this back later, but right now it is much easier to actually work with the terrain tools to just see how it looks. This is about the space that we actually need. Everything besides this is for me to later adjust and play around with. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, now I can actually kind of tell how big the heightening of the map is. Yeah, we're gonna just play around a bit and make all this a bit nice and smooth. Okay. This is not perfect. This is not what I'm not yet there. I'm not yet where I want to be. Okay. Yeah, this kind of landscaping is yeah, nothing unusual, nothing new, I think, for most of you, for most of those who worked with an engine. Yeah. We're gonna flatten this later on anyway, at least to a point where we can walk on it with our character without any issue, without any trouble. I mean, my 40 is definitely not this kind of design. What I'm actually mostly good at is the mechanical side of stuff, of games. So when we're in node graphing and in actually playing mechanics in the game loop, so to speak, this is where I am actually where I see my 40, where I see my strength in making these. Nevertheless, if I want to make a game, of course I have to do all these parts. I can't just make a bare bones mechanical game and then be done with it. I mean, I could, but this is not really the point. Yeah, okay. Actually, let's paint this grassy again. Let's see how it looks. Okay. So I want the middle a bit more heightened, a bit more pronounced. This is where I want the tree to be. Okay. And let's see. I mean, yeah. Where's my respawn point? Sunk this into the ground. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is not gonna work because, as you can see, my model doesn't get up to the tree, which is kind of not what I want. So I have to at least rework the tree's hill. Yeah, so terrain shaping. Yay. Actually, we're gonna use the smoothing function to just mellow this all out. And rest assured we won't have a Come on. I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, we won't see that much of the area anyway, because I will of course have forest and stuff set up around, and yeah. So this is not the problem. Okay, this looks fine so far. I mean, this is really just the space and the tree. But this is also the time when we will go. Let me just. Okay. I don't know if it is audible still, but it's really loud for me. Yeah. So this is the tree. And now we are going into the part where I said components. So components in Yahaha is very simple. Instead of having to code everything yourself, what they basically did is they put different mechanics like moving parts and stuff into components you can add to your asset. And this means that the asset will get different parts. Like I can make the tree move. Yeah, I can make it rotate. I can move it. I can have it play a sound. Other stuff. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna give the tree a name, even though it doesn't need one. It doesn't need a behavior. It needs an attack. It has 1,000 life probably, so I can scale the damage of the mobs better. It can't have less than one attack, but it simply doesn't attack, so this is fine. And it can't resurrect, so it's basically once it's dead, it's once it's destroyed, it is destroyed. Yeah. Okay. So now the tree has is an NPC and has life. We can go into a little bit of node graphing, which we do by a little triangle and then a node graph. New node graph, because this is a new space. Tree damaging. Okay, so this is a node graph that will just be about the tree getting damaged. Before we do that, we actually need to add a trigger box to the tree. Yeah. And the trigger box will be a bit smaller than the tree. So than the box of the tree. Yeah, so enemies actually have to get close to the tree, because it's really weird if they just pop off after just a few meters away from the tree. But this is about fair. This looks about fair. Yeah, I will definitely make this area visible by simply painting and now the players have a general area of the players have a general idea of the area they have to guard, and as soon as the enemies are in that area, they will most likely. I can see that the area is a little bit bigger, which is okay. So it means there's a little bit of saving grace for the players. Yeah. You can see that if the enemy steps on the flowery part, then the problem with the tree getting damaged will be happening. So yeah, now that the tree has a trigger box, the light green one, so Yahaha is dividing between collision and trigger boxes. So a trigger box would be a collision box that is set to overlap, and then I learned this recently, so I'm just regurgitating stuff I learned. But basically, a trigger box is a collision box that is set to overlap, and now we're going to set a trigger that happens whenever something enters it. So, on enter, on trigger, okay, on trigger enter. Okay, so we're going to go for on trigger enter. There's two events. I'm going to show both. The first one basically has a trigger that is entered and an entity that enters the trigger. This is useful if you have the node graph on something that is not the entity with the trigger box. In this case, we only need the second one because the entity that is triggered is the entity itself, and we don't need it for anything else, I think. I have to check. Actually, let's take the other one. No, actually, no. Right, this one, because now I can just say, okay, the entity that is entered is itself. So this just makes it a lot easier for me to actually set this up. Okay, and first on, we're going to need a division, because if players enter the area around the tree, they should be fine. So we are going to need a check. Is this a player character? It's a player character. Is the entity that enters a player character? Now we're going to need a branch. So basically, if the trigger box of the tree is entered, it checks, is it a player character? If yes, nothing happens. If not, so if something enters that is not a player character. And this is going to be interesting, because this means I can't use weapons. Weapons, if I use an item that the player can equip, it is its own entity and it is not a player character. So if the player with a weapon would enter the trigger box, the tree would be damaged, which we don't want. So no weapons in this game, no equipables. Anyhow, if this is false, then we need to apply some damage. So the amount is 10,000. No, 100,000. This is also fine. So a lot of damage is applied to something when a non-player character entity enters this trigger, and the enemy is the one who does the damage. So basically, the tree is doing the damage to whatever enters its trigger box. If it's not a player, if it's a player, it doesn't get damaged. And then there's another apply damage, and this will be, I don't know, 5,000, 1,000 for now, just for testing. And the tree will harm itself. So basically, the tree, self means the tree. Something enters the trigger box. It is a player. It is not a player, yeah, false is not a player, then whatever enters it gets 100,000 damage by the tree, and the tree gets 1,000 damage itself. Let's compile this. Okay, seems to work. Now we're going to test this. Very simple. Going into the assets, we're going to the characters. I have no characters, okay. Asset library. I want a goblin. Where's the cute Cinti Studio goblins? Cinti Studios goblin. You. They have one with a very big head. I don't know where it is. It's fine. I'll find some mobs I want to use. For now, we're gonna grab this lady. I'm gonna move her over here. Yeah, outside the trigger box. And we're going to give her a component. We're going to make her a monster. Why ever we can't do that, I have no idea. What is this? Hello? It's got all the stuff it needs. Hello? I would like to set up... Okay, let's try this again. Add NPC animation component before picking animation clips. Add component. What? My assets? There's supposed to be an NPC animation asset. Okay, never mind. NPC animation models are effective logic. Add to my assets. Okay. Add component. Okay, now it has NPC animations. Now let's see if we can add the monster component. We can. Oh wait, do I need to add this? Logic damage. Damageable. Okay. The interesting question is, why can't I use these? Why can't I edit these? Well, I haven't looked into this for 2 months, and well, we're gonna make this different. We're gonna cheat a little bit, so just to test if the tree gets some damage, we are going to add a cube. And we're going to give the cube a movement, a simple move component. The interesting question is, why doesn't this work? Yeah, great. I have no idea why this doesn't work. And this is very vexing, because I definitely worked with this before. Never mind. Never mind. I was in the... Okay. I found out what the problem was. I was a problem. Which is absolutely fine. Wait. Recently? Okay. So everything is fine. There is a mode where you can add modules in case you want to work on custom components. Your own scripts. And I accidentally had this enabled, which is why this looked so weird. And now that it's not, I can just add the monster component. Everything works fine. Yeah. She gets a move. Okay, so basically she goes up to the she walks up to the tree. Yeah, she's outside the trigger box. She gets she walks up to the tree. All the other stuff doesn't matter now. What we're going to change is we're going to set the tree to 500 damage, so that it needs 2 times the goblin lady to destroy the tree, and she responds after 2 seconds. So with this set, let's see what happens. Yeah, we see that she walks. Okay, and for some reason she decides not to die. And I'm pretty sure we can find out why. So, apparently something didn't work. We'll find out what. Okay, I want to actually see those. Thank you. Okay, so far, the console says nothing, which is interesting, because that means there is no problem detected. And she's definitely, yeah, she's definitely inside the trigger box. No way around it. Okay, let's check. Looks fine. We are going to add a check inside and see if this is actually if there's actually something happening. So what I'm going to add here is a print node, which just gives me an output to the... did I save? I'm not sure. So basically, when the trigger box is entered, it just gives me an output in the console. So we're gonna check if this actually happens. No, it doesn't. Interesting. For some reason, it doesn't register when something enters the trigger box. Okay, so the node graph is definitely on the tree. Yeah, we can just to be sure set this to the actual model. See if it works. If not, I have to rebuild this with the other on trigger enter node and see if it works. Huh. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so we're gonna taking this one. Never mind. Get entity. Huh. Do we not have this anymore? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so I guess I have to do it with this, which should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Probably something else. Is a player character. Self. Okay. We hooked everything up. Okay. Player joined event. Wait. Could be that we have to register this event. I don't think so. I don't think that's a problem, but we'll see. And this is why why I start with the let's try something else. Let's troubleshoot a bit. Okay, so basically what we know by now is that the trigger doesn't fire. For some reason, he doesn't recognize the NPC entering the box. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter the box ourselves. And nothing happens. For whatever reason, I'm gonna... no landscape mode, thank you. So... yeah, nothing... oh! Okay. Because the tree doesn't have a proper model. Or proper collision anymore because it's an NPC. Okay. That is absolutely not a problem. What we are going to do is... we are going to remove this. No, actually no. We are going to remove this component, this component, this component. This component we keep. And we are going to add a little NPC. We can actually use whatever we want. Okay, let's check if... Okay, now the collision is back. And... Okay, so the problem was simply that the tree couldn't have a functioning trigger box. So now it works perfectly. The only issue is that the tree now doesn't have any life, so basically it can't take any damage. Which is not a big problem, because we will circumvent this by tricking around, and we're going to take this cube. We're going to put this into the tree. We are going to make this a monster with 1,000 life. Also, this is Gerlinde now. No resurrection. Okay, this is Gerlinde. Hello, Gerlinde. Gerlinde is hidden inside the tree. Everything should be fine with her. And we are going to change this. And the thing that is the damage applied to if the tree is entered is simply small Gerlinde herself. If we find her again, we'll give her... she already has 1,000 life. For now, I'm gonna move her somewhere I can see her, so I can see when she is actually... when she meets her... when she meets her fate. And we're just gonna check this out. So, in theory... The second time the goblin is dying, then Gerlinde should die as well. But Gerlinde is very resistant to this for some reason. Also, I wonder why I don't see a life bar or a nameplate above her. But this could be just that I was too far away. Okay, there it is. Yeah, and at least she gets damaged. Yeah, and this is fine. This is everything we need. This is everything we need. Because Gerlinde will get a trigger box that is... no. Yeah, this is fine. That is very, very big. To the point that it is... Okay, let's make this 300 by 300. Yeah. Okay, now this should be bigger than the actual, yeah, space. And everything is so basically everything that is inside Gerlinde's personal little trigger box. And now she gets her own node graph as well. Game end. There we are. So, second node graph in just, I think, under an hour? We're shorter than an hour yet, I think. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so we need an event that, in the worst case, that her Gerlinde is not making it, we will need an event, which is a 0 HP event. So this one is on Gerlinde. So basically, when Gerlinde meets her fate, we want a few things to happen. We want the tree to probably despawn, if possible. I'm not sure if this is possible yet, but we'll see. We're gonna destroy the center tree. And then we're gonna check. We're gonna see all. We're gonna check for all the characters that are inside her trigger box, if possible. I think that's possible. And we're gonna look into the physics engine for this. Yeah, physics. Where is it? Oh. Hey, property. Maybe it's a property. So the difference, just to explain again, a function is basically a line of code that does something, that executes some thing. Property is basically just a value, but basically just the stored value that I can look up, like the number of players, or the player ID, which is the number in which the players joined, or a property would be the coordinates of an object and stuff like that. An event is basically a trigger. So when something happens, it gets checked, is this and trigger for something an event? Yeah, it's something that happens. Math is evil. And process control is basically the if-when clause and stuff. So we're gonna need some of these as well. I think the while one we will need later on. I usually only use branches, but the other ones also exist. So we're going to need them as well. Okay. Okay, this is not what we're looking for. I'm basically looking for, I think I saw a function that checked if people were inside a trigger box, and we're gonna see if we can find this again. Damaging component, apply damage, no. Interactor, no. Physics API, there it is. No, this is... Wait, overlap? Nope. This is not what we're looking for. So basically what we want to do is when she dies, we want to have the apply damage. Yeah, she deals the damage. She deals also like 10,000 damage too, and we need an entity that is damaged. Which we can do relatively simple. We just need to tie the player into this. So we need to get the player. Get player entities. Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. Now I'm curious. Okay, so in theory, gets a list of player entities in the current game. And this is also like getting the same thing. So this is basically setting the array of players to this entity. So basically everything in this array should get this damage. Let's see if it works. I mean, it would be cool if this works. For in theory, I should die as soon as the second goblin hits the tree, and the tree should despawn as well. I should probably not be in landscape mode for this. Why is the tree gone? Oh, because Galina spawns with 0 HP? Why? Galinda, why? But at least the tree despawned, so this worked. Okay, so... why does Galinda spawn with 0 HP? This is something that I saw before. It was very weird. This makes this a lot more difficult, actually. So I need a... We're going to cheat. Player joined event. Delay. Duration of 5 seconds. And then we're going to register an event, and this event is going to be the 0 HP event, which is herself. I have no idea if this works, but I think this is how it works. So basically he can only get this event after a 2-second delay. I hope. Looks good. At least the tree is still there. So 1, 2. No. No. Please. Okay. So this is not it. Let's delete this and see what happens. Okay, so the tree is instantly despawned because it spawns with 0 HP, and then obviously Galuna can't take any damage because there is no more tree. But that also means we can delete the trigger box, which is helpful. Why am I in this mode? Why? Probably because I added the node graph. It could be that this threw me in this mode. Okay. So the game starts and it immediately deletes this tree, and later on it doesn't register it anymore. This sucks. This sucks. Why is it spawning with 0 HP? I mean, the goblin isn't spawning with 0 HP as far as I know. So we're going to... cheat. Self. And we're going to see who the opponent is. Get entity ID. So integer equal. So what we're going to do is the following. I'm going to set the 0 HP event up, but it checks how did it come to this. It basically checks, okay, did I get damaged by the center tree? And if yes, if that is the same, then it's going to do all the stuff. Otherwise, it's not. Let's see. So 0 HP event with enemy. The destroyed entity is itself. V0 is the enemy. And if the enemy has the same ID as the center tree, then it's going to destroy the center tree and so on and so forth. This should in theory work because the tree is the one that is dealing damage to poor little Gerlinde. Sniff. Poor Gerlinde. We're going to turn the character around 180 degrees, so I don't have to manually do this. No. No. But also it doesn't kill me, so we're going to check that. Damaged event. Yeah, entity self. So whenever she gets whenever she gets damaged, this happens. I just want to see if she does the damage to the players or not. I'll figure out how to make the event happen later. Why? Okay, but in theory... Dependency for game object, new game... Okay, so we get an error. Something is not fine. Tree damaging. Okay. The tree damaging worked fine. We're going to nuke this. And we're going to see what happened in the tree damaging thing. If we're still going to get an error. So there's a reference that is problematic. Now, never mind. This is fine. So basically, everything, every time she runs into the tree, I get this, message. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Okay. This works. Okay. Okay, well, so we're going to just delete this. And the tree is standing. And we're just going to go through this one, basically. So yeah, we're just going to see reference 2. So reference 2 is basically Gerlinde has a 0 HP event. Where is Gerlinde anyway? I want you visible. So I can check your life. Okay, so obviously she immediately had a 0 HP event, which is weird. Okay, so I'm not really okay, so basically this part doesn't work. Okay. Get player entity. Player ID is 1. Apply damage. I wonder if it's not doing this because the player entity and the player character are different things. Oh. New bup. This is something that I encountered before. So basically the backpack, for example, is linked to the player character, to its model, more or less. And so it doesn't really reference the right thing. And I've seen I'm getting something red already in the console, so there's a chance that yeah, there's a reference missing. So basically I need to translate the player get. I basically need to translate these two characters. No. Get player. Yeah, get character. No, wait. Get character entity. So now he's grabbing the character entities, which is the... It's not the models directly, but it's basically the reference of the model, because it has life points. So the player doesn't have life points, but the model of the player has. I really wonder if this works. This would be really fun if this works. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work, but well, we are fine. Yeah, it doesn't. And I guess this is because I can't just get all the players in one. Get player, get character, no. Player. Get ID, no. Player. Get player entity. I have no idea if this is what I'm looking for. This could take a while. I'm pretty sure it's not what we're looking for. So what we need to translate is okay, step 1. I don't need you. Okay. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need the player. I'm going to need to find the player. Get player entity. No. Yahaha Game. Get player entity. By player ID. Right. Player join event. Player ID. We're going to plug this here. Event register. Whoop. Okay, let's see if this is what I. So this is this is definitely the node that I was looking for. And we're not getting a problem here, so okay, let's see. So the player joins and the player has a player ID. And then it registers the event of 0 HP on the cube. Then it checks the player ID, then it gets the character. Wait. Get player and no. Wait, do I need to plug this in here? Maybe. We're just gonna play around and see. Nope. Okay, actually, I want a print here. Wait. Okay, they don't have this anymore. This is still ref 2. So we're just gonna check if he actually registers Gerlind popping off. So far he didn't. Okay. Nope. Okay, he doesn't register the event. Okay, let's see. So he references that it is spawned and immediately killed. Why does it spawn? Why does it have a 0 HP event when it spawns? Okay. And why does it not have one again? So why does it only exist once? This is weird. This is probably part of the gameplay. Let's let's see what happens in adventure mode. Just for the comparison. So educated guess. What a good guess. Okay, so same problem. He starts. So this is something. Okay. So first, though, the main problem that we are going to have to work around is basically setting this up so whenever this cube is, so that the cube isn't. That the event doesn't register when the game starts before the game starts. So 0 HP went with enemy. This also doesn't work. Because I'm not sure. Let's check. 0 HP event with enemy. Okay. it is self, and v0 is entity, get entity ID. So it checks the entity ID of the 0HP enemy. Then I need to compare this. Integer equal. ID. Get entity ID. Okay. Okay, so he gonna check. So when this 0 HP event with enemy is, he's gonna check is this the center tree, and if true, then print ref3 actually, and it's not gonna happen. The tree didn't do anything to you. Tree didn't what? No. Why? So v0 is why? Oh god. Maybe. I'm just an idiot. This is possible. Because yeah, this was inside the trigger box and it's not a player, so odds are it triggered itself. It's not a perfectly valid Yes. The problem is I'm an utter fool. Okay. Gerlinde triggered the own. Okay. And this is the mystery of everything. Nice. Okay, great. Problem solved. Okay, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna get a second cube. This is just so that Gerlinde has somewhere to be. Okay. So now that Gerlinde properly dies by tree, we're going to go for the rest. Okay, let's try this again, because array. I mean, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. But hey, entities get applied damage to this amount is 500. Enemy is self, and it's not gonna work. And this is fine because we already fixed one problem, and we're gonna fix the other one later on. Yeah. So he basically can't do this, which is fine. Get character entity. Get player. Get player property. What is player? Oh no, this is if a player presses a key on the keyboard. Get player entity. Actually, let's on player joined event print. Okay, so I'm not sure which player entity I am, if I'm 0 or 1. So we're gonna check. I'm 1. Okay. I am number 1. Let's see. It's not gonna work. It's absolutely not gonna work. It would be way too good if it's gonna work. If it's gonna hit me for half my life. Nice! It works. Because I'm player 1. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't kill me because it already triggered once and it's already 0 HP. It doesn't respawn. So we're just gonna set this to 1000 and now it's gonna nuke me out of orbit. Just to prove that I'm right. Okay, so the initial problem was actually just that I set Gerlinde in the trigger box and she broke herself and... What? What? Did I just get slapped into the next life? En passant. Active attack. This is a bit too much. Alert range is 3 meters. Attack range is 2 meters in about 3 seconds. This is fine. Because we want to be able to stop her. Okay, actually, yeah, just go. I wonder if I just have to make the number much bigger. Okay, no. Okay, interesting. So I'm actually not... She's registering me, but she's not hitting me. Interesting. Also good to know that this is not killing me. Why not? And I don't have the option to just kill the player, which kinda sucks. Okay, so we have this absolutely convoluted... I'm gonna change this just because I have this absolutely convoluted node graph here. Actually, we can delete this and make it less convoluted. Whoop. This is no. We're gonna do this much better. For now it works. It kills the player 1. And for the whole, we are going to kill other players. We're going to do that later. The fact that it doesn't actually, that it just sets me to 0 is not really that cool. Meh. I was hoping this would work, but, well, okay. Anyway, this is just step 1, and I can worry about that later, on another day. So, I have the goblin spawning, and I want multiple goblins spawning and rushing the thing. Okay, I think I remember a small character model that was very cute and had a very weird name. But yeah, we're going to look for a fun model to work with that looks cute and cuddly and is totally dangerous. Okay, let's see. Wait, let me look after mage. I think it was some kind of mage thingy that I saw, that I found. But it's also, there's also a chance that it's just that it's already removed from the asset store for good. This would be a bit sad because I really like the models. But I'll definitely find something. Okay, lots of orcs. Yeah, I don't think I will find it again. Okay. Well, time to go for the staple enemy. Goblins. And this is less adorable and more why. We're going for adorable. Maybe find something other cute goblin. Not really. Yeah. Category humanoids. Let's see what we find under monster. Oh, what's this? Fair enough. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is why I am not a good designer and more of a mechanical maker person. So, yeah. What I will need is different spawns, where goblins spawn to the where the enemies spawn and rush towards the tree. So actually, what I'm going to check is player. Do I get a player number? Do I get the so I get the player joined event, So I guess I'm gonna have to make a node graph where it spawns the goblins randomly. Actually, let me see if I find a nice cave. Hello, cave. I mean, it looks nice, but it's a bit too low poly for the rest. Do we find something? Not really. Also kind of, but not really. Cave entrance. It's always just almost, but not really. This is basically just the spawning space for the enemies. And I'll have like multiple. And it spawns enemies randomly at one. Oh yeah, subway tunnel, absolutely. And the more players I have, the less time it needs to spawn the next mob. But I'll do that whenever I have the correct model, when I have a good model for the cave. We're not even at cave entrances anymore. Okay, where was it? Just for the sake of it, we're going to take this one. Okay. I mean, it's not perfect, yeah, and it's okay. So cave. The cave gets an empty object. The empty object gets a trigger box of 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. So just so that I know where it is. Because I will need this as a reference. This is spawn reference. This is basically the reference where the thing is spawning. And now we're gonna set up the actual node graph for the spawning of the enemies. So first we're gonna need 2 mobs. I would like to have the 2. Oh, okay. So everything I have is in here, but I didn't put it into a character or vehicle or whatever collection. I see. Mage, skeleton. I can't type. No? Okay, interesting. Oh, this is just the... Okay. I don't need to understand this, right? Monster X, a zombie. Perfect. Okay. So, we're going to set up this nice little boy as a spawnable NPC. So step 1 is we're going to give him the monster qualities, 100 life, attack 1. This is fine for now. Actively attack. Okay. Resurrection is off. And now we're going to give him a component which is behavior spawnable object marker. And this is skeleton. Oh. I should write this correctly because this is important. Okay. Behavior move 0, 50. Okay. 5, because why not? Okay. Okay, this is so far, yeah, this is the NPC skeleton. Okay. Next thing, we're going to grab this one, and we're going to set up the node graph. Actually, I'm going to need you to stay here, move around. Will you be nice? Thank you so much. And this is just reference. I mean, I have to set this up correctly later on. But yeah. Okay, this is basically the spot where the enemy spawns. Add node graph. New node graph. Monster spawn. So yeah, lots of node graphs, lots of fun. Okay. We need to start. Yeah, since I don't have a game start event. Yeah. Event on start swim, start event, start event, start event. So basically the first thing that happens is the player joins. So we're going to use this as a basis, so the player joins. So far so good. We actually need this because in this node graph, monster spawn node graph, things that are in here. First, number of players. Second, monster spawn rate relative to number of players. Yeah, this is basically what we're going to put in here. We're working on this right now. Okay, so player joins. So what we need is basically a counter for the number of players, which is a variable. So we're going to add a variable which is a integer player number. Actually, I will see later what it is. I think it's an integer, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Set. Wait. Okay. So how am I going to do this? Player joins, then I get the number of, then I get this, and I add 1. So get, add 1, and then it's set. So basically what this does is, at the start of this is a 0. So whenever a player joins, it grabs the variable of this. It basically, how big is it? It adds 1 and it sets this as a new value. So basically when one player joins, it sets it from 0 to 1. When another player joins, it sets it from 1 to 2 because it grabs the 1 of there's already a player, adds 1 and saves it as a new value of 2. 1 and 1 is 2. Woo! Math is great. Don't clip this and don't put this out of context. If anybody finds out I said that, I'm dead. If anybody finds out I said that out loud, I'm gonna have a problem. A big problem. Martha's Heresy. Martha's Heresy and bad, and I never said anything else. Okay, so the player joined, and we have a number of players now. This is the reference for the player of numbers. Okay. So, very simple. We spawn something. Actually, no. We're going to put the delay in of 10 seconds. And then we're going to spawn something. Spawn. And we are going to need... So there's 3 different spawns. I'm going to show all of them. Because this is interesting. So, they all look very similar. The difference is the first one only has a global position. It basically just asks, where am I spawning? And what am I spawning? Nope. The second one is, where am I spawning? What am I spawning is the name. Now we can already fill this in. Skeleton. Global position, where am I spawning this? And the third one is, the second one is, what am I spawning? Where am I spawning it? And which rotation does I spawn it? In which direction does it look? And the third one is, what am I spawning? Where am I spawning it? What direction does it face? And how big is it in comparison to the original? We only want the second one. Actually, we only want the second one. And this is gonna be different for each of these. So, just as a reference, this is my skeleton, right? And it's facing in this direction. So if I want this, to face the in the direction of the tree, I obviously need to rotate this 180 degrees around the y-axis, which is the axis from top to bottom. This one. And he's gonna do this once. This is not what we want. We're gonna cut this here. This is the part that we keep. And we're going to put a while inside. So, while something is true, he's spawning the skeleton. Wait, no. He's waiting 15 seconds, and then he's spawning a skeleton at this position, at the position of the spawn reference, which is the box inside the cave entrance. And he spawns the skeleton, and he's turning it around 180 degrees in this case. So, what is this condition? And the condition is that Gerlinde property damage query result no. No, actually this was right, never mind. That Gerlinde hit points, get hit points. Is greater or equal to 1. Yeah, as long as the Glynda has more than 1 hit point, has 1 or more hit points, this is gonna be true. Yeah. Right. So, and what we're gonna change is we're gonna mess with this delay. What we're gonna do is we are going to get this and this delay is a multiplier integer to float. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to make this clever. We're going, since now I know that I'm using a float here, I will make this a float as well. Get, delete, delete, float, add 1, delete, set. So it starts at 0 and it adds 1 each time the player enters. Yeah. Then while Galinda has more than 1 hit point, it grabs the current player number and it multiplies this. Actually no. We need a float divide. So he, oh god, and this is the part where I'm actually bad at. So, the more players I have, the smaller I want the duration. So basically I have this duration, yeah, of 15 seconds. Float, I want the normal float, thank you. Float 2, float 3. No. I don't think it's a property, it's a function. No. So, so the more players I have, the smaller the delay is. So what I want is basically I grab the player number and I divide it. So wait, if I wait, so I have a number of 15 and I divide it by the number of players. So basically if I have 1 player it's 15. If I have 2 players it's 7.5. If I have 3 players it's 5. Okay. And this is the duration. So basically the more players I have, the more mobs spawn. If I have 10 players it's 1 every 1.5 seconds. Okay. Okay. I think this is how it works. And for now, this is what I'm working with. Just to check. Okay, where is the... There. Okay, so we see the zombie walking away. And in 15 seconds there should spawn... Okay, so I need to change the direction quite a bit. 180 degrees is not in line with the tree. Ah, see, there's the next one. Okay. So with 415 around, it should spawn the third one. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so this works. Now the fine tuning, like walk up to the tree. Since I can't really tell him to I mean, I get the function is walking, so I can just check is it walking, but as far as I know, I can't change where he's going to walk. Function, which is something I would really like to have added, because this would help so much. So by the way, we are still here. We finished the one on the monster spawn. The number of players is inside the monster spawn, but relative number of players is in. Yeah, ability, no. Yeah, character is dead. Huh. Okay. I don't think I need this, but this could be useful. Okay. Function. Yeah, character API is dead. Get current move speed, get current move direction. Is grounded, is moving, is walking, is running, is swimming. Set. Okay, there's the walk speed, there's the run speed. But I can't. So basically, there's the walking speed and the running speed and jump height and number of jump. What I can't change is where it's going to go. So I can just check, is it walking or not? This would be a nice survival game. Just as long as you're walking, everything's fine. As soon as you stop, you just get damage. This is a bit too simple, but it sounds fun to make. Yeah, custom problem, no. Yeah, dialogue, no thanks. Yeah, entity. Is empty, is alive, get any by ID? No. Wait. Ah. Okay. This was probably what I was looking for earlier. Yeah, but I don't think I can okay, mover is moving an option, and movable is when I move something. And wait, is the mover component? Okay, let me check. Maybe mover component is, so movable component is actually the one where it just moves in itself like a platform. And mover component could be the one I'm looking for. The walking thing. Let's check the Yahaha API. APIs. Yeah. Oh god, where did I find this? Damn it, function. Yeah, mover component. Yeah, mover component. This is not really helping. We're going to check it out. We're going to check it out. We're going to try and we're going to see. Wait, I need this one open. We're going to see what happens, right? set target position of this entity. Wait, mover, start. Okay, and the target position is okay. I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna get a given empty object. This is gonna get a trigger box. Perfect. And we're gonna name this walking target. And we're gonna add get global position. So there's two different kinds of get position. So get position is basically the position of the object, but in reference to its parent. And get global position is the position of the object in reference to the world. Whoop. Okay. So now it grabs the position of the walking target and it sets the target position for the mover component for this. Let's just hope. I mean, if this works, this would be cool. I'm really curious. So far, I don't see a problem. I mean, this would be amazing if this works. If he just starts walking towards the tree now, this would be... Monster X Zombie Clone. Yeah, mover component is missing. And okay. This is easily fixable. No component mover. No. Okay. No problem. Logic. Mover. Behavior mover component. Nice. This looks like it's the right one. This is actually what we're looking for. Woohoo! Clickety. Clickety clackety. I roll to attackety. We're gonna put this here. We're gonna save this again. Let's go. Please. Please work. Almost. Ooh, he moonwalks. Why is he moonwalking? I like it. I mean, I did something. Okay, let's see what the second one does. I'm not sure why you're doing this, guys, but okay. I have an idea. I have a good idea. Where's my original skeleton? You have no behavior. You're an unbehaved. I guess this is actually it. So now he's not using his mover. Now he's not using his behavior. He's basically just standing there and saying like, I know how to behave. I'm just not doing it. Okay. Other idea? Behavior mover component is triggered. No. Oh, we're gonna turn off this. Why is it relative? I don't want relative. I want. Okay, we're gonna remove. Delete. Wait, there was a mover component as well. No, we're gonna just grab this and... I mean, we're just gonna see if turning this off... Wait, so, it gets the global position of the walking target, which is in the tree. It set this as it set its position as the target position for this. For the... Yeah, mover component. Oh, I need to set a speed. I need to set a speed. Because, okay. So, wait, yeah, entity is this one. And speed is 3, I think. Is it 3? I deleted it. I deleted it. Component, behavior. Move 3. Yeah. But we're gonna make this like this. Okay. Gonna save this. And now let's see. Maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of maybes, but we always have a chance that it works. Okay, he spawns. And yeah, mover component is missing. Okay, so it's the wrong component. That is too bad, but it's probably not the most... Oh, okay. Oh, okay, because I can probably not use this one and this one. Okay. Okay, let's just see what happens. I mean, it would be so cool if it actually walks. If I can just tell him to start the walking animation. Add mover from components tab in asset library. That has to... What? Ooh, let's fight. Okay, yeah, they're fighting. They fight. Okay. Yeah, mover component is missing. To fix it, add mover component from components tab in asset library. Okay. Nope. Am I back? Am I back? I'm back. I'm back. Okay, great. Huh. So the movable component is actually just like having it float there. I mean, they could do this with a... Do I have a ghost? Do I have a ghost? Woo! Nope. Yes! Do we have more? No, yeah, I don't have this one ghost. But this is actually really, and just have the ghost float up there. Okay, let's see. He has the mover component. Let's see if I activate this, if he likes it. So he doesn't move. Okay. Okay, so he spawns and he doesn't give me an error message. Okay. And he starts fighting. This is fine. So if I remove this one and I add behavior mover component, triggered is triggered by event. No. So movement settings, start position, stay time, move speed. This is like this is the same as the behavior move. That's basically the same. Mode move, speed, looping mode, infinite times, two-way. When I can always make the ghost float up there with the movable component. But this is not really what I want. I mean, it would be so cool if I could just tell him, this is your coordinates, walk there. This is what I expected the mover component to be. Execute. Why does he say execute? Behavior mover component do I execute? Ah, it's triggered. Okay. Not sure I set the trigger for this one. I'm gonna check again. Yahaha API mover component. Okay, so at least he doesn't give me a problem. Yeah, mover component determines whether an object moves and the way it moves. Can only function when the mover module is added to the same object. Starts the object moves, stop the object moves, set speed in meters per second. Get speed is per second, sets the target position. Gets the target position. Start event, triggers when the movement starts, pause, finish. Set movement speed to 5. Okay, so I don't think I'm missing something here. Oh, there's a lot of zombies. So yeah, I'm trying to look into the. I can show this. So basically, what I'm trying to look up here is the API, and the explanation is very short and actually quite understandable. So yeah, mover component. Okay, so there's start, pause, finish. Do I need the events? No. So basically, when this starts moving, then something happens. Okay. I mean, if I could use system message, but I don't have the system message anymore. I could just have the game say, hey, zombies spawn. A zombie has spawned. But if you have 10 people, it's just like, oh god, the whole chat is full of zombies spawning. I mean, this would actually just tell them how important this is. Okay. How am I... Damn it. I'm sorry, I hope this works. Oh, Pedro, I'm sorry, I haven't seen you. I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. Because there was something in the way. Hey Murloc, what's up? Do you have some ideas on how to make comedy a bit more engaging? That's something that's been on my mind for a while now, and I can't really find an answer. No, I haven't. I've stood in the front of the same problem: how to make combat more engaging. So, what we can do is basically just similar to this one, similar to the tree. Yeah, if an enemy walks into the tree, it gets damaged. You can do a similar thing the other way around. And basically just have, for example, an item float around an enemy. For example, let's make this. So I have the zombie, right? I'm going to give the zombie an empty object. Yeah, this doesn't have a collision. This doesn't have a trigger, and this is fine. Right around this height, and it gets the rotation component. It's going in a circle. It's 10 seconds is fine. Infinite times one way, and we are going to get from the asset box a sphere. I can't type. Okay, we're going to make this much smaller. So this is a good height and a good distance. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this under this. So basically when the zombie walks, he pulls this with him. In theory, we can give this a simple thing so we can see it. I'm really sorry I didn't see it. When did you... I don't know. Okay, and we're going to give it a simple script. Orb. Whatever. So... touch. No. What was it? Event. Physics API on hit. On contact. On contact. Enter. Self. Display character. Branch. Is true. Apply damage to player who entered 50, and enemy is Monster X Zombie, whatever, doesn't matter. Enemy self. Okay. Actually, Gerlinde. Ha! Okay, so in theory, you basically have a zombie now that has this little orb flowing around it. And if the orb hits me, it should deal damage. It doesn't, but it should. Whatever. Yeah, I have no idea why it doesn't deal damage, but yeah. On contact, print contact, is player character true, print. Let's just troubleshoot this for a second. Player, okay, save. Maybe in contact I did the wrong one. This is easily the case. Let's see. In theory, I should get two messages now. Yeah, but I don't get any messages. So on contact is probably the wrong trigger. Event physics on hit. Enter. No. Property. I mean, we can do this very simple. Yeah, let's do the simplest one. Event. Physics. Okay, there's two. Let's make this very simple. On contact, no. Self. Blob. Let's make this terribly simple. Now this gets a trigger sphere. Yeah, this is slightly bigger than the ball. Perfect. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so you can see that this now works. So this is one thing that you can do to make combat more engaging. Basically, just like give monsters something like an ability. Yeah, for example, this orb is it's interesting that it's actually spawning with the other two as well. Nice. This is really cool. But yeah, this is basically an option you can do. Yeah, they spawn contact because they meet the other skeletons. But yeah, this is an option you can do, and then just like make this go on and off, like spawn and despawn this, or when on taking damage, yeah, use the event, a damaged event, or something to say, okay, when this mob is damaged, then spawn a projectile that is moving from the enemy somewhere, and you have to dodge it, or just have it spawn above the enemy and have it come down, and you have like a few seconds to dodge it before the before it touches the ground, a few seconds to dodge it, just as an idea. Okay, we're actually gonna delete this, but it's cool to know. I didn't know that it actually copies all the stuff that is under the zombie. That is basically, so it copies the whole the parent thing, the whole asset with all its children. Good to know. Okay. I was at the mover component. Okay. It's a bit sucky that this doesn't work, but well, too bad. I mean, actually, I can just like have this spawn at any rotation because it's supposed to walk to walk there. Yeah, it finds the global position. Gonna make this very simple. Print. Wait. I should actually. I should optimal. It would be optimal to just split this into 3, but I just want to see if this is the same number. Never mind. This doesn't. Never mind. I wanted to check if the number of the target position. Oh wait, I can do this if I put in get target position. Yeah, move a component, get target position. Print. So basically the two prints should be the same, in theory. As soon as he starts, it should be the same line of code that is spawning. Okay. It's not. That's probably on me, though. I mean, there's no reason it's not the same. But, property float 3 get X. Property float 3 get Y. Property float 3 get Z. No. Property float 0 get Z. Okay. And then he's going to print duplicate. So he's just gonna print X, Y, and that. Bup. So get target. This is the Yamover component, right? Yeah. Okay, get target position of this entity. So it's basically getting the global position of the walking target. Then he's printing this. Then he's setting it as the target position for the entity. Then he's checking the target position for the entity. Yeah. Because, you know, just checking. I mean, worst case scenario, it's different, and I have to check what I did wrong. No, this is actually the best case scenario. The best case scenario is I have no idea because it's right. Okay, so. See? See? This is why we check things. So, he checks coordinates of something. Yeah, and the coordinates look good. Yeah? He grabs the global position of the walking target. I'm an idiot. And then he has nothing because I forgot to link it. Okay, this one is on me. Let's see. Okay, so the coordinates are the correct ones. He has the right coordinates. He just doesn't want to let him move. So I can delete this bulk of information. And we can delete this bulk of information. This is really just checking if the coordinates are the correct ones. Okay. So we grab the walking target, which is under the center tree. He sets it as the target position. He sets the speed of this one, and he yeah. Why? I mean, he isn't even giving me an error message. I'm pretty sure I have the right. Okay, let's do the following. Let's grab. Oh, wait. Let's disconnect this. This is the mover component. Let's movable set position. Wait. Movable. Yeah, movable component. Set global position. Movable. Set scale? What? Okay, I have a slight idea what could be the case. Okay. Let me guess. Let me guess. This works. Now I'm curious. This could be the solution to the question, to the answer. Nope. Yeah, mover component is missing. What? Okay, so it's not move. That's mover. Okay. Target position. Walking target. Okay. Bullshit. Copy. Pasta. Okay, and walking target, copy, pasta. Okay. Let's just see what happens. I'm just curious at this point what happens. I'll probably stream for another 30 minutes. But yeah, at this point, this is basically what usually happens with these projects. I have an idea, and then I basically get sidetracked by something that I don't understand, so that I want to learn. Okay. Let's see what happens if I stand in the way. Okay, we're punching, but we're moving away. And now he should... Okay. So, the mover component... Wait. Wait. This mover... Wait. Behavior mover component. Ah, this is the one that is triggered. Never mind. Component mover. Walking target. So if I put this... Where is it? If I put this in here, it works. He's not... Okay, so he's using his behavior. He's walking. And he's ignoring the mover. What if happens if I don't have the behavior on? Okay, with him, nothing. Oh, and this one is moving exactly where I want him to. And it doesn't matter where I spawn him because he's... Huh. So with the ghost, it would work. But you would have to kill it while moving. While it moves. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, the interesting question is, do I do I find the way to have him walk even though he's not walking? Animation clips. Walk. Add component. NPC animation. Walk. No, wait. Idle is walk. Just for the let's just see how it looks. I mean, it's obviously not perfect. It's obviously not perfect. But it's not bad. Okay. So as long as we so basically we're looking for the point where we get the okay, now we're gonna go and do a little bit of stuff. I'm going to set my attack to 20. And I'm going to set his life to 20. So now I should be able to just like stop him from reaching the yeah. Haha, I'm so mighty. I mean, it's definitely not perfect. Yeah, we all know this. But, kind of? The fact that I have to make the walking in the idle animation is a bit weird, but okay. I mean, I'm willing to cut corners. It's mostly interesting that he actually, when he copies the thing. No, I have to stop you. It's interesting that when he copies the, I think I'm gonna make the interval 30 seconds because this is a little bit too overkilly. Okay. Yeah, the fact that I actually don't die when I die is a bit weird. I mean, I wonder why. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of working. Yeah, I can just like later on hide this guy here in a. So, how to hide NPCs? Let me just finish this quickly with a very short. No, tube is right. No, not tube. Pipe. Pipe, and I need a plain circle. So basically the original is just safe and can't go anywhere. Huh? And yeah, for example, I can just like copy paste this now. Huh? Simple as that. And right now it would basically just spawn a skeleton at every one of these. So what I would basically do is show you what I want to do. Show you what I would do. This is the right thing to do. Show you what I mean. Okay, so basically grabbing these. And each of these spawn refs gets a unique name, which means a unique reference for me. I mean, they are unique. They have a unique ID, basically. But I need the names, actually. Okay. And now we're going back into the monster spawn. And at this point, before we get to the global position, actually, no, before we spawn this, even before we get the global condition, so basically after the delay of 15 seconds, we are going to need an array of 8. No, I think it works with an array, but I have no idea how arrays work. So the idea is basically that he random. Wait, where's my random integer? Oh, never mind. Random integer in range, minimum 0, maximum of 7. Yeah. And then we have integer equal. And then we have a branch. Then do this. Otherwise, so okay, we need another variable. This is the spawn point variable. This is an integer set. Okay. So before the branch, he sets this by using this random integer, and then he checks if it is 0. Then he does this. If not, he checks if this is equal 1. If yes, he uses the spawn ref 1. Yeah, so we're basically just whoop. Actually, we can just copy this. Actually, we can just copy this. So 3, no, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to plug this into all of these. This is, by the way, how I made my fishing space. This is basically the same. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I don't need the branch here. Basically checks this is 1, no, 2, no, 3, no, 4, no, 5, no, 6, no. Okay, in this case, do this. Okay, so he uses this. Whoop. 4, 5. 6. And 7. Okay. And I don't think I need this. Let's just see. And now in theory it should spawn somewhere. We need to be quick enough. Okay, there's 2. I don't know why there's 2. Is there another one? No. Okay, good. Okay, there's 2 again. Very weird. Okay, so if he can, he is actually attacking me. Why is there... What? What the? Why? I mean, at least it works, kind of. Where's the next group? There's 1. Okay. I think I had the same problem with a similar problem or issue with my well, there's 2 again. Why? With my dungeon space, basically, because it kept respawning. It kept spawning more and more of something of the. No. Okay, got me. It kept spawning more and more of the X's. So basically, the X did X damage, then it did double X damage, triple, quadruple, and so on and so forth, quintuple, and I think I'm not sure what I did. Why I did that. But it seems it's a similar issue, but not completely. But yeah. Yeah, this is the base idea of the space that I wanted to do. Basically, protect the tree and survive against the monsters. But the idea was that they actually walk, so that you can distract them. But they fight you and they're strong. So basically, it's a survival against the monsters. You have to survive like 5 minutes. They drop power ups with the skeleton. I just need him here. Basically, with the item drop, unlimited, expires never, drop mode, percentage, wait function, I think. So basically, he can drop the enemies can drop different items that buff you, the player. But yeah, this is basically what I was going for, and I'll probably sit down and work on this again over the next few days. I don't know. I mean, I still got like a week to finish this, like almost 1.5 weeks to finish this. So yeah, there's a chance that I will sit down and try to finish this and make this a playable space for the event. I don't know. Yeah, that's it for the live stream. This is also my monthly live stream where I usually do stuff like 3D modeling, sometimes game development with Yahaha or something else. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this taught you one or two helping things. Showed you one or two ideas for node graphs and the likes. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you guys around on the channel.